Hey guys, so I'm gonna be doing a Hellux solo on I guess what's technically considered my second main. Now I don't really play my kanna too much anymore, and the stat is pretty low, but I do want to show that a Hellux solo requires way less work than a lot of people think. Um, there's kind of this whole thought process behind like why learn to solo Hellux when you could just go in a carry with someone else and still get coins. But I really want to show that it can be done super easily, um, way lower stat than you think. So my Kana is 15.9k stat, almost 16k, and I'm not going to be using any external buffs, no guild skills, my link, no links, no legion, anything like that for this run. I'm going to be running it clean, no potions or anything either. It's very possible, and I kind of want to get that whole stigma of a Hellux solo uh, wiped away because it really annoys me. A lot of people go for carries, but not a lot of people will do the carry. So I just want to show how possible it is. Now I am gonna walk up just because I don't really want to spawn in and not be ready. But it really is one of those fights where, just like most fights in this game, it's all mechanics. Nothing's stopping you. You have 30 minutes on the clock and 5 lives. So it really is just mechanics, the whole fight. If you can learn the mechanics and you can read what he's about to do, you shouldn't have any issues. I am gonna pop familiars. I think I have like a boss 30% or something. No, I don't. All right, it's just drop rate. Either way, I'm still gonna run it. All right. So there's a couple big things to look out uh, for Helix's attacks. Obviously, the suck that he does, that is without a doubt the most dangerous attack that he has. And obviously, the hand will also one shot you. Besides that, though, if you're just moving, and as long as you have something killing the little guys that spawn on the left and the right, you shouldn't have any real issue. Watch his eyes. That's what I always do. And depending on where his eyes go, um, and what color they glow, that's really how to avoid a specific attack. Now, obviously, Kana is a very good bossing class, so they do get a pretty big advantage when it comes to soloing bosses earlier. But just because I'm doing it on a Kana doesn't mean that like a 20 something, like a low 20s, can't solo it, a 20k stat. So obviously take this with a grain of salt because I am on a Kana, but I promise you, you can easily do it below 20k. I first started soloing Hellux on this character at around 9k stat, and it was taking me like 20 something minutes. But it was possible, and that's really what it comes down to is it doesn't really matter how long a solo takes if you can do it. A clear is a clear. Once you're out of P1, really you don't have that many worries left. P1 is definitely the most dangerous in Hellux. There are a couple things to look out for in P2 though, and if you don't know the little tricks, it could be pretty tough. All right, so you want to stand behind the portal if possible, because you won't get hit by his reverse. As for when his hand comes up to you, you can either teleport down if your teleport reaches far enough, which is what I do on the Kanna. You can also use an up jump to avoid the hand, which I'll do next time it appears. And see, he just did the reverse attack, and it didn't affect me because I'm behind the portal. As for the little things down below, if you have a summon, you could just place that down there, like I placed Kishin. Or you can just use the portal every time that they spawn to go down and hit them really quick. Let's see if I can time the up jump for the next hand. Yeah, like that. So that's a really easy way of avoiding it. I know some characters need to be closer, which in that case, if you have to eat a reverse, just remember to play it safe. But overall, it really isn't as crazy as a lot of people make it seem. And we're also already halfway down on P2. And we're only like 5 minutes into the fight. So even at this stat, it shouldn't take you that long. And as for reference, this character doesn't really have that much arcane force. However, I think all of its gear is around 15 or 16 star. So it is pretty well funded, but it's not my main, so it has nowhere near as much funding as what your main should have. Also, do not judge my bossing on this character. I'm not exactly the best when it comes to playing Kanna, but I really just made it for Kishin more than anything. And that's that. So just replace a summon down here, and obviously it DPS the crystal. All right. And also, obviously, another important thing to note is just whenever you're about to kill the crystal in the middle, just make sure you have drop rate familiars on. And also, if you have a greed pendant, equip that as well, just because it is it 20%? 20% additional equipment drop rate, which it's equipment, so. All right. That's really about it. As for gear, I am wearing full Golux. Like I said, everything's 15 or 16. And I have Abso, just like the standard gear. My rolls, I mean, this was the Arcane Number fan that they gave us from compensation. My Haku fan only has 13% magic attack. I have a 21% magic attack emblem. So, and a lot of this stuff is all in 10, in 6. Like, I'm wearing Meso gear too. Like, um, your your main should be better geared than this. So I promise you it's possible. All right, that's about it. Thanks, guys.